Hi, good morning. Today's topic of discussion is tax deducted at source. Under TDS, now I'll discuss with you expenses partly subject to TDS. In this section, we will demonstrate how different types of TDS transactions are recorded, like expenses partly subject to TDS, booking of expenses and deducting TDS later, accounting of multiple expenses and deducting TDS later, deduction of TDS on advance payment, deduction of expenses at zero and lower TDS rate, and deducting TDS on expenses with inventory etc. are recorded and generate different TDS reports and challans and details in daily time using various business scenarios. The first type of recording transaction is expenses partly subject to TDS. Where a part of the expenditure is not subject to TDS and the balance amount is subject to TDS, it is crucial to determine the accurate value of expenses for computation of TDS. Global Motors Private Limited receives a bill from Adview Advertising Agency for 1,12,360, out of which 1 lakh is towards the advertisement services provided, so only 1 lakh will be considered for the computation of TDS, and remaining 12,360 rupees is other expenses on which TDS should not be deducted. So here what I need to do now, for this I'll go to vouchers. I'll open F7 journal voucher and date is 1st September. Alright, 1st September. Particulars, in particulars I will create, the question is Global Motors Private Limited receives a bill from Adview Advertising Agency for 1,12,360 rupees, out of which 1,05,000 is towards the advertisement services provided. Here I'll create advertisement services under indirect income. Here I'll apply the TDS and create a nature of payment. So the nature of payment will be payment to contractor. Section will be 194C. Payment code is 94C and the rate is 2% and threshold limit is 1 lakh. Alright. So this way I have created a ledger of advertisement services. Total amount is 1,12,360 rupees. Here I need to press F12 configuration. Here I need to enable one option. Here I need to enable this option, modify tax details for TDS. I'll choose credit. Here I'll create a ledger Adview Advertising Agency under sundry creditor. Here I'll enable this option. It will be a company resident. Deduct TDS in same voucher. I'll select the nature of payment is payment to contractor. I will add the PAN details. PAN details are ASD FG1234T. Wait a second. I'll press F12. Now I need to do the modification of assessable amount. I'll enable this option and here I'll add 1,05,000. Wait a second, I'll do this entry again. Advertisement services 1,12,360, 1,05,000, 1,05,000. Create a view advertisement agency, and now you can see that a tax has been deducted, and at the rate 2%, so it will be 2100. And in credit I'll create a ledger of TDS on advertisement. Under duties and taxes, select tax type of duty TDS, and nature of payment will be payment to contractor. So you can see that my debit is equal to credit. So this way I have show you that how you can deduct the TDS partly on the expenses you have booked for your services which you have taken from somebody. So this way this entry is done. Okay. The next topic is booking expenses and deducting TDS later. Right now we have done all the entries in which we have booked the TDS, and along with that I also deduct the TDS. Alright, but right now in this topic we have seen how TDS is deducted in the same voucher. Now we will demonstrate how the deductor can book the expenses on the receipt of the bill and later deduct applicable tax TDS on all such accounted expenses in one invoice. The question is, on 2nd September, Global Motors receive a bill for 20,000 from Akash Agencies toward commission charges. Alright, so here I'll change the entry date from 2nd September, and here I'll add the commission. Amount is 20,000, and here I'll credit Akash Agency. So here I'll create a ledger of Akash Agency under sundry creditor. So they have specially told me that the company intends not to deduct TDS on the above transaction at the time of booking the expense. So here what I will do, I will select this option yes. I'll choose the deducted type as company resident, but I'll disable this option, deduct TDS in same voucher, and this way I will add the PAN number. So PAN details are WERDE1234E. So this way my TDS has not been deducted right now here. Now in the second part of the question they are saying that Global Motors Private Limited deduct TDS at 5% on commission payable to Akash Agencies. So here what they have done, next in the what they have done, they have opened journal voucher, and now they will press Ctrl plus P. Wait a second. Ctrl plus F. TDS reduction till date 2nd September. Party account name is Akash Agency. Nature of payment is commission or brokerage. Duty ledger is TDS on commission. So you can see that total 1,000 TDS has been deducted over 20,000 at the rate 5%. So this way this entry is against reference. So this way this entry is done. Alright. Now the next topic is accounting of multiple expenses and deducting TDS later. A TDS transaction can be recorded for multiple expenses and TDS can be deducted later in the journal voucher. The question says that on 2nd September, Global Motors Private Limited receive a bill number 6 from Shobha Agencies towards commission charges 30,000, advertisement expenses 1,10,000. The company does not intend to deduct TDS on the above transaction while booking the expense. So here what I need to do, I need to open purchase voucher. When more than 2 services are given, then we will do that entry in purchase voucher. Here I'll add purchase supply invoice number is PUR/02. That is 2nd September. I'll create a party account name Shobha Agencies. Shobha. Under sundry creditor, I'll enable this option yes. It is a company resident and I don't need to deduct TDS on the same voucher. I will add the PAN details AAA AS1234E. Here I'll create commission. Commission is worth rupees 30,000. Here I'll create advertisement expense. Here I'll create advertisement expense. And the indirect expense applicable payment to contractors at the rate how much? 1,10,000. 1,10,000. Alright, now what I need to do is I need to accept this entry as it is of 1,40,000. Now I'll go back. I'll go to display more reports. I'll go to TDS reports. I'll go to form number 26Q. Alright, here I'll check. This is Shobha Agencies, right? Here what I need to do is I need to press Ctrl plus F, Alt plus F. Okay, go back, go to vouchers, enable F7 journal voucher. Here I will do Ctrl plus F, TDS reduction 2nd September for party Shobha Agencies, all items and duty ledger, appropriate duty ledger. So you can see that a total tax of advertisement is 2,200 and on commission is 1,500. So total tax has been deducted later on as 3,700. So this way this entry is done. Alright. Now, accounting for TDS on advance payments against transport. In case of advance payments made to the party, TDS is deducted on such advances. Okay, so in this question they are saying that on 1st September, Global Motors made an advance payment of 1,20,000 to AK transporters towards transportation on which TDS should be deducted. So here what I need to do, I need to open F5 payment voucher. Here I'll create Kotak Mahindra Bank. Here I'll create AK transporters under sundry creditor. I will deduct TDS yes. It is a what? It is a company resident and deduct TDS in same voucher. Yes. Here I need to create a nature of payment. Payment to transporter under section 194C. 94C is the payment code. This is 2%. And threshold limit will be is 1 lakh. Alright. So here I select payment to transporter and end of list. And now here I'll add the PAN details. The PAN details are ASHJW 1234S. Here I'll add how much I'm paying, 1,20,000. So this means that the exemption limit of payment to transporter nature of payment is 1 lakh. But now what we are making payment, advance payment as 1,20,000, which is more than the exemption limit. So this means that we need to deduct the TDS. Advance with bill number, how much bill number? ADV/5. Here I'll create another ledger, TDS on transportation under duties and taxes. Type of duty will be TDS and nature of payment will be payment to transporter. So you can see that here I'll select payment to transporter. So you can see that total 2400 has been deducted as a tax. So now right now I need to pay only 1,17,600 as a advance payment to AK transporter. Alright. Now they are saying that book the transportation expense of 2,20,000 in the name of AK transporters and adjust the advance payment amount of 1,20,000 and deduct TDS of remaining amount. So for this what we need to do is I'll open my purchase voucher. Here I'll add PUR/03 is the supply invoice number. Here I'll add AK transporters. Here I'll create a transportation ledger under indirect expense. Here I applicable the TDS and select the nature of payment as payment to transporter, 2,20,000. Here what I need to do is I'll press F12 and 20,000. Here I'll select TDS on transportation. Here they are saying that now I need to adjust against the advance TDS payment, because while making the advance payment I also deducted the TDS. So I need to adjust that TDS. So I will enable this option. Here I'll select against reference 1,20,000. Here I select new reference, that is 2,000. So you can see that now 2,000 has been deducted, because out of 2,20,000, on 1,20,000 I already paid the TDS. So only I have paid that TDS of 2% on 1 lakh, that is 2,000. This way I have adjusted my TDS while booking the expense. Alright. Now the next topic is TDS on expenses at lower rate. The assessing officer will issue a certificate for lower tax reduction than the specified rate when the total income of the deductee can be subject to a lower rate For this, the deductee has to submit an application through form number 13. This provision is specified in the Income Tax Act under subsection 1 of section 197. Alright, the certificate granted shall be valid for the assessment year specified and is valid only for the person named in it. In TelePrime, the user can record and compute TDS on transaction on which lower rate of deduction is applicable. So the question states that on 1st October, Global Motors Private Limited received a bill from High-Tech Computers for 1 lakh towards commission charges. High-Tech Computer has a certificate for deduction of income tax at a lower rate of 4% on commission. Now, what I am gonna do is, I'll open F7 General Voucher and I'll change the date to 1st October. 1st October. Here I'll select commission worth rupees 1 lakh. Credit, I'll create a ledger High-Tech Computers under sundry creditor. I'll deduct TDS, yes, and deducted type will be company resident. I'll deduct TDS in same voucher, yes. Here I need to select commission or brokerage. Now I'll use advanced TDS entries. Here I need to use the set alter 0 and lower deduction. Here what I need to select commission or brokerage, and lower deduction will be comes under 197 rate. Certificate number will be 1102023 and applicable from 1st April to 31st March at the rate 4%. End of list. And here I'll add the PAN details. So the PAN details are ATF PD 1234D. So you can see that High-Tech Computers, now I need to pay only 96,000 and 4,000 has been deducted as a TDS on commission. So you can see that my debit is equal to credit. Alright, so this way I have booked the expense against the services. So this is at lower rate, that is 4%. Alright. Now I'll show you the reports. We will go to display more reports. We will go to TDS report and form number 26Q, and you can see that lower rate taxable expense comes out to be 1 lakh, and out of 1 lakh 4,000 has been deducted as a current period TDS. Alright. So I hope you get to know and understand each and every entry very carefully. The entries are very easy to understand and all the entries are interrelated with each other. You just need to grab the rhythm of all the entries and you just need to understand the basic of TDS. That's it. So I'll get back to you with some other interesting topics of TDS in next video. Stay tuned with me. Thank you so much.